Here we have the XPeng G6. This is probably the most comfortable back seats. Okay, wow, very impressive. The G6 just murdered the standard Model Y. They've not done a lot of marketing in my opinion, but I've heard so much about it. I'm so glad to finally have a chance to see it in person in Glenmarie. So let's have a quick look up front. It's a very nice looking car. I actually like that middle beam, just one line across like that, and with the X logo right in front. Looks very nice. But I believe here are the main headlights, and then down there you have sensors, and then you have a pretty nice grille and intakes. But one thing I noticed is that you don't have side vents like you do on the Model Y. But overall, in terms of looks, it actually looks very nice. Here it is in a different color just for comparison so you can see better. Honestly, from afar, this color actually looks very striking and it reminds me of a lot like a Porsche Macan. But up close, the color does seem a little bit cheap in my opinion. But from afar, it looks great. It looks really striking and I think it looks really classy actually. But if you come closer, the color seems to doesn't quite stick with me. But anyway, that's if you choose the orange. But if not, then the black and the silver looks very, very nice. But anyway, let's head on in. Let's go to the side. The sides we have 20-inch Michelin Pilot EV tires. Nice. Then we have a big XPeng design here with the side cameras, and then you have your side mirrors. Very standard, nothing too flashy. On the side, it has a more curvier shape. Probably the side isn't the best angle for this car. It's more for this angle, which is very similar to the Model Y. It's probably its best angle, and of course right up front as well. Here, about this angle. This angle looks nice. Yeah, but anyway, then let's head on in. The door handles, I believe they pop out actually. I'm not sure why it doesn't here. But anyway, the door handles are plastic, but it does feel solid. Double glazed windows. Right up front, one thing I noticed is that holding this door here, it is a little bit more thinner compared to the Model Y. So I do feel it does feel a little bit less premium when just noticing it from the door. The door is solid, but this part, this interior part would have been nicer if it was a little bit thicker, so you just kind of feel the weight and the mass of the door better. Because this one here seems a bit narrow, and this gives a little bit of like a cost-cutting feel to it. Then you have fabric here, buttons, very nice. No matte silver, so no complaints here. Buttons they're good, no complaints here for the buttons. Nice. Here you have the button for the door opening. Down here you have space-wise, it's decent, but no felt or rubberized storage here, so again things are going to rattle. Let's try the closing of the door. Solid, very solid. Of course not as solid as the Sea Lion 7, but it's solid enough. That's right, solid. One thing I do notice is that there seems to be a little bit of delay when it comes to the door opening the moment I pull it. See, let me just try to show you here. There is a half a second of a lag. When I pull it all the way, it doesn't open straight away. It has this like, I pull all the way and then it opens for half a second delay. Yeah, I feel that, and somehow that seems a bit weird. I'm not used to it, but it's a small thing I noticed. Okay, steering wheel wise, nice, thicker than the Sea Lion 7. Design wise, not a fan of this oval Yeah, and this oval shape and this thing that just goes across like that. It seems I would like a sportier design, but if it comes in terms of how it looks compared to the rest of the design language, where the car is a little bit more bubbly shape and more smoother, then I guess this kind of makes sense. Buttons wise,
Hey.
buttons wise, it's okay. This one feels a little bit cheap. It doesn't feel the best of quality, honestly, but the buttons here are fine. You have normal your gear spoke here, and then you have, yeah, that's all fine. And then you have an instrumental cluster here, which actually looks pretty decent actually. The screen is a little bit smaller, but it seems like okay, very nice. Just the feel of the screen and how the animation is, there is a little bit of it isn't as smooth as the Sea Lion 7 or even my Tesla Model Y. It feels like there is a little bit of delay, but it seems to be noticing people with no problems. And yeah, and if I were to compare it with any other cars, China EVs out there, this seems to be one of the better ones. Animation wise looks great as well. Okay, here it's smooth. Here it's much smoother when it was in that drive mode earlier. Yeah, this mode seems a bit laggy. There is a little bit of delay, look, but I think it's a small, at least it's still smooth, so I don't see much complaints here. But yeah, so there you have it. Air vents, very similar to the Model Y, where I believe you can change it here. This one is a little bit laggy. Let me show you. The animation here isn't that smooth. But I do like that you can switch off certain air vents. Like, I wish I had this in my Tesla Model Y. Honestly, there are countless times where I wanted to just switch this off, the passenger side, but it wouldn't let me. Or even switch off my side and it wouldn't let me, so that was annoying. But it's nice that you can individually switch it off here. Very nice. Animation could be better, honestly. Oh dear, and you have I see you have a swipe function as well. Sweep. Oh, very nice. Oh, it is sweeping. Very nice. Hey, Tesla, come on, guys, gotta buck up. Okay, seats are heated and ventilated, no problem. You have two wireless charging with aircon vents, which is nice. This rubber feels a little bit on the cheap side, a little bit hard. It doesn't feel like rubber as well, but yeah, it is what it is. Two cubby holders, compartment, nice and big. Not as much as the Tesla Model Y because you actually have a more compartment underneath here, but what you get is additional open space right here, USB ports, yeah. The seats are decent, nice, soft, nice to the touch. It does feel more soft and comfortable compared to my Tesla. Soft touch lights, nice. Then we have a very small, very similar to the Model Y's rear view mirror. Visibility, similar, maybe a little bit better. Oh, nice. I do like that we have a card hook right here, a card slot, and then decent size vanity mirror. Okay. Other than that, this one very similar to the Model Y. I do feel that this button is a little bit flimsy, and I wish it could have been bigger. Like, I wish it was this entire thing that was a button, or I could just, there was more volume to this button, because it seems a little bit small. Like, you need small fingers to press the button. Yeah, I would prefer it to have been a bigger button. But location wise, I think I have no complaints. I think that's a small thing to get used to. Well, other than that, okay, let's move behind. Again, very easy to open the door handles, which I like. It's already protruding out. You can either pull it from bottom like that, on top, no problem. It's just that it has a little bit of delay. Let's head to the back. Okay, to the back. My driving seating position. Oh my goodness. Okay, if there's one thing I like about the back, it is definitely the seats. How reclined the seats are, it's actually just perfect. I'm not sure what the degree is, but dude, like seating position is, dude, I feel like this is comfort. Like I can honestly say this is comfort behind here. Compared to the Model Y, compared to the C-Line 7, compared to any other SUVs in this same category, I think this is probably the most comfortable back seats. The recline on it and how the seats are nice and plush and soft, dude, it works. And I don't feel that back problem that I usually have. It's nice. It's a good enough support, comfortable. You feel like you're in a lounge chair. Nice, very nice back seats. Space wise, decent, very similar to the Model Y. Nice, soft close lights, very nice touch. Then other than that, you have no cupy holder here, or no compartment. Oh, you do. Sorry, yeah, right here. Nice, solid. No complaint about back seats. Okay, let's move on to the back. I actually like that you can close the cover right from here. I wish I had that in my Model Y. The back wise, looks decent. Open the boot. Boot space wise, again, not as big as the Model Y. This is very similar to the C-Line 7. You don't have this. You don't have space on the left and right side like the Model Y. It's just here. Yeah, this isn't the biggest boot, honestly, and again, not close, not comparable to my Model Y as well. But I like that this is slightly more flatter than the C-Line 7, but it still has this bump up here, whereas my Model Y doesn't have it. But this is a lot more shallower, which I appreciate. Then underneath here you have, let's see, not a lot of space as well. Okay, there you have that. Yeah, let's look at the front of the car right now. Opening the boot, similar like the C-Line 7, you just have to hold it twice to open. Let's see how the front is. Oh, okay, you don't have a frunk. No frunk. This have one pedal drive?
Not really called one pedal actually. We call it X pedal, so this is the highest region consider.
Can?
X pedal, not really like Tesla can fully stop.
Okay, got it. Oops, sorry, just wanted to see this. The screen.
You want full screen?
Yeah. Okay. Oh, at low speed it has a sound, is it?
Yeah, 30. Below
30.
Once 31, then the sound will cancel.
Self-drive or like straight road?
Oh, double tap, 2 times to D.
Fail. Now cannot because
no lane
line. Okay, got it.
If normal cruise control stop and go, you have tap 1 time only.
Okay, got it. So as long as got line, then can follow like very similar to Tesla like that.
Yeah, yes.
Okay.
Now can.
Let's see, can set some more. Cannot.
Yes. No. You auto activate later.
Oh.
Because your lane suddenly become 1 already later.
Then to increase speed?
Yeah, this roller.
Oh, okay. Wow, it can show open door also from the other. Oh.
Sometimes maybe reflection, you can see the door.
Yeah, but it's quite good because then it's a safety feature.
Yeah.
Oh.
Stop. You choose one parking. Okay. Fully start. Then only you can release your brake.
Okay, then I release one.
You can release.
Okay, it sees the cone here also. Oh, This is very good.
It have another smart parking in China, but I don't think so will release in Malaysia lah. That one is if you're living in a condo, you just have to teach the car one time from the guardhouse to your car parking.
Oh.
Then after you save ready, then can
Next time you come out.
until you got and you can drop by yourself at the guardhouse. You press parking, then the car will go.
Wow.
Even second floor, third floor,
Really,
fourth floor.
ah?
Yes, this is what I saw in China lah. This car
Wow. But not available here lah.
not available.
Wow.
They want even more smart.
Very.
He can even
okay.
know third floor,
Wow.
fourth floor, everything.
Okay, wow, very impressive. Okay, so just test drove the XPeng G6 and I can sum the entire experience up in just one sentence: exceeding all expectations. I think the G6 sits in a very sweet spot between the Tesla Model Y and the Sea Lion 7 in terms of comfort, performance, and overall experience of the car. And let me explain further. In terms of performance and handling, it feels not as refined as the Tesla Model Y, because I think overall the Tesla Model Y has a stiffer and harder suspension, which gives me a lot more confidence when I'm going around corners and I feel more planted. But it isn't as soft and unsure like the Sea Lion 7. The acceleration feels a lot more like the Tesla Model Y. It feels like how a EV should be driving, where how much pressure you put on the pedal is how much power you're getting. Whereas when I test drove the Sea Lion 7, you had to really again push all the way before you get the surge of power. It feels a little bit more like a diesel car than an EV car. The other thing that I think helps it a lot is that it's half a ton lighter than the Sea Lion 7. So although it only does a 0 to 100 in about 6.6 seconds, you don't really feel much of the difference between the standard and the premium version. It does feel punchy. It feels very similar like my Tesla Model Y long range on chill mode, which is how I drive it 90% of the time anyway. Comfort wise, in terms of the seats, I would prefer the G6 over the Sea Lion anytime because of the back support it gives. And I think the cherry on top of the cake is its software. The experience of the software seems so familiar. It's as though I'm driving my Tesla. Autopilot feature is very similar like the Model Y, and I think it has even more features up its sleeve, like the auto parking feature, which I think was very impressive. You have a 360 camera. Apparently Sentry mode is coming as well. I think this could probably be the best software I've tried in a Chinese EV car so far. This three combination of performance and handling, comfort, user experience of the car makes the G6 such a compelling and attractive vehicle that if I were in the market right now and I didn't have my Model Y with me, I would seriously consider this car. For the price of 165 at the base model and 188 I believe for the premium one, which honestly isn't much of a difference, I honestly wouldn't mind getting this and saving anywhere from 30 to 60,000 ringgit because of these three elements that it does so right. I think the G6 just murdered the standard Model Y.